Episode 28 of the Marketing Life podcast. This is Taylor Timothy, your host. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about Google paid advertising. This last week, I actually saw two different ad accounts that my buddy showed me. He said, hey, I want you to check these out and teach these guys more about what not to do with Google paid ads. So let's not waste any more time and dive right in. So guys, on this episode, we're going to be talking about Google paid ads. And here's kind of an overview of what we're going to dive into. We're going to go over some keywords. We're going to talk a little bit about display ads, Gmail ads, all the different types of Google paid ads. We're going to talk about some ad account structure potentially. We're going to talk about some landing pages and goals and tracking. So the first thing I want to talk about with you guys today is keywords. So there's 4 different types of keywords for Google paid ads. You have broad match, you have broad match modifier, you've got phrase match, and you have exact match. One of the biggest no-nos in the Google paid realm, if you just want to throw money down the drain, guys, use broad match keywords. It is such a waste of money for these companies and businesses that you're running ads for. So I highly recommend right now to kill every single broad keyword out there because you're just throwing money down the drain. The reason why you're throwing money down the drain is, let's go take the word plumber, for example. So we're going to take the word plumber, and if we put that up as a broad keyword, we are going to show up for everything that has plumber in the phrase. So if someone Googles plumber salary, it's going to show up your ad. So if you're running ads for a plumber in a local industry, in a local area, you don't want to just show up for the word plumber. You're just wasting money. So these 2 ad accounts that I saw these last 2 weeks, they all had broad keywords, and they're literally just dumping money down the drain. So first thing that we talked about is keywords, guys. Don't waste money on crappy keywords. The next thing I want to talk about is display ads. So display ads are a huge debate. But for me personally, display ads, they don't have the best ROI. So the only time I ever run display ads is if I'm actually just using them for retargeting. But if I'm throwing money at these, I'm spending very little on these actual display ads. So a lot of the accounts that I'm seeing, though, they're just throwing money again at these display ads, and they're spending tons of money, and they're getting tons of views or impressions. But who cares about views and impressions? The end goal of any online advertiser should be, what is my ROI? What am I converting at? What's my cost per conversion? So as far as display ads go, I recommend running them at the very last thing, and you have nothing else to look into. Like, you've set up all of your Facebook ads, you've set up all your Google paid ads in the search form, your YouTube ads, you have content coming out of your ears because you guys have been creating tons of content. Then maybe you start doing some display ads and spending maybe $5 to $10 a day on that, and that's all I recommend. That also goes for Gmail ads as well. Now, I've heard of a lot of people having success with these, so yes, you need to go test all these placements for your business, but I wouldn't be spending thousands of dollars a day on Gmail ads. I'd be spending that money more on a search campaign if need be. The next thing we're going to talk about is actually your account structure. So in Google paid ads, you have a bunch of different campaigns that you can be running. Now, making sure that every keyword has its own ad group. One of the big things I see is they'll create a campaign, they'll create an ad group, and then what they do right after that is inside of that ad group, they just dump keywords into that ad group. The problem with doing that is not all these keywords inside this ad group are relative to each other. So now you're delivering ads that aren't fully relative to the search that they are performing. So again, you're just throwing money at the wall because nothing is relevant. Your quality scores are going down, and it's just going to be causing problems for you guys. So the proper ad structure is you have your campaign level. Then inside of that ad group is 1 to 2 keywords max. And when I say keywords, you're actually mixing and matching that phrase with maybe exact match and phrase match, but it's technically the same phrase. So if you have a company that has 20 services, you should have 20 ad groups for that business. And each ad group has its own keyword. And then the next thing I recommend is at least having 5 different ads per ad group. So if you had 20 ad groups, you should have 100 ads built out for that particular ad account. So 5 ads per keyword, highly recommend. The next thing, the other big no-no I saw is these landing pages that people are driving the traffic to. So they have this entire ad account built out, and then they're driving all this traffic to 2 landing pages. So if you have, again, 20 services, what you should be doing is you should have probably 40 landing pages, 2 landing pages per ad group. And those landing pages are relative to the keywords that you're driving the traffic to. So everyone's just like throwing money at the wall with this. It's like, okay, we're just going to put all of our keywords into one ad group, and we're going to build out 2 ads, and then we're going to have 2 landing pages for all of these keywords. That is a huge no-no. You guys are just dumping money down the drain. The next thing I want to talk about is goals and tracking. So one of the things I saw inside of these ad accounts is they are tracking conversions for landing page views, which makes 0 sense to me. Like, it makes 0 sense. If somebody out there can explain to me exactly why they do this with a very valid reason, please reach out to me and educate me on this. But why would you track actual page views as a conversion? A conversion is a phone call or a form being filled out. That is an actual lead. You're getting someone's information, giving you the ability to call them, or they are calling you. That is an actual lead. Someone looking at a page, that's not a lead to me. So track things that are right. So in my opinion, you should only have things that are being filled out for a form as a lead. That is a conversion. And then an actual phone call to your business is an actual lead as well. So make sure you guys are tracking the right things. So I'm going to kind of go off on a tangent here. So the other thing that I'm seeing inside of these ad accounts is I feel like this is just how I feel. I feel like people are manipulating data to deliver back to the client. So one of these ad accounts that my buddy has, basically they were going after branded keywords. So what branded keywords means is they were going after the name of the business. And basically if you search them on Google, they immediately pop up on page 1. So they're putting an ad in front of their own search engine optimization thing. So it's like they got over 400 phone calls from this ad, but basically what had happened is they would have got those phone calls anyway if they didn't have the ad there. So this company had spent thousands of dollars on this Google paid ad account, and everything they paid for was their own traffic they would have gotten anyways. So I feel like people are going out there and they're manipulating the data inside of AdWords or Google paid ads, and they're basically delivering the information back to these clients, and it's actually not fully correct data. So correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but go look at this and let me know what you guys think on this topic of Google paid ads. But that's just kind of the stuff that I'm seeing on my end. Again, just a recap on this Google paid stuff. Make sure you guys are going after and using like exact match and phrase match keywords, because broad match, you guys are just going to be dumping money down the drain. As far as display ads go, Gmail ads, be careful with these. Yes, they can work. If you're getting an ROI on them, yes, but don't dump a ton of money into these. Put it back into, YouTube ads, because I've seen a better ROI there, and put them back into search terms, because you're going to get a better ROI there. Make sure you have 5 ads per keyword or per ad group. This is a huge recommendation that I have. And then as far as your landing pages go, make sure your landing pages are relevant to your actual keywords. And last but not least, make sure you guys are tracking things that are actual conversions. Phone calls and forms being filled out. Those are actual conversions. And that's going to wrap up episode 28. So guys, as you can tell, I get super fired up when I see things happening like this. Like it's not proper marketing. Now, I'm not saying that everyone's perfect. Obviously I'm here to deliver this information just because I want to make a better online experience for everyone out there. If you're an online marketer, I want you to produce more results. If you're a business owner, again, I want you to produce more results. If you're a marketer out there doing these things, take my thoughts into consideration, guys. Like, don't waste people's money. The more transparent you are with your clients, the better the results you're producing for your clients, the more they love you, and your life will just be less hectic, guys. I promise you guys that. So if you guys need to know how to do these things that I just explained, I have this on my course. And for till the end of March, I'm going to be giving it to you guys for 50% off. It will literally teach you from start to finish my process of building a website, running Facebook ads, running Google paid ads, running YouTube ads, running it all, basically creating your own online marketing agency. It will teach you from start to finish how to do that. So if you guys want that, the link is in the description of this podcast, and the discount code will be there as well. It is half off 50. And you also will get 5 hours of coaching by me. So if you guys have questions about paid advertising, any of this stuff, I'm here to answer them for you. So this 5 hours is only going to be available on this first go of this launch. So basically the end of March. Once after March, I'm going to be cutting it back to 3 hours. So if you guys have any questions about this course, about this podcast, if you guys ever want to just meet up and chat online marketing and you're in Utah, hit me up. I will come meet you and we can just chat online marketing and we can just become friends. So if you guys have questions, again, feel free to reach out. And this is the end of episode 28.